Yeah, it's your boy Ramon. Back with a review right here. We got a gem in the house actually. This title Grid was part of the Xbox Blitz sale or whatever they call it, but the game was $5 and I think it still is. What a game for $5. I remember owning this when it first came out, but Forza 3 dropped slightly after, and Forza 4, and I never looked back, but wow, what a game, man. I can't say enough about this game. So what we have here is Codemasters took the Grid 2 engine and pretty much dropped it on asphalt, reimagined it, added a bunch of different class of cars and racing, and they really formulated something special. Right off the bat, you can look in what stands out most is the graphics. This game's beautiful. The tracks are well laid out. The environments are beautiful to look at, even while you're driving. Some of them are distracting, actually. The details on the cars are so well done. I mean, right down to the gauges are accurate. Turbo gauges work. Oil pressure gauges work. There's knobs on the windows. Like this, it's such a beautiful game. And about 3 years later after release, it still holds its value. It's still, very Need for Speed. It's just got that Need for Speed shift polish and sharpness to it. Not as buttery smooth as Forza 4. Doesn't look as good as the newest shift, but it still looks really good. It's definitely up there. Second on my list is the sound. Man, this game sounds amazing. They did a real good job. I think the only game that sounds this good, even up to today, would be the latest Forza Horizon. They did a good bit of the tweaking to the sound in Horizon versus Forza 4. This game, I can tell the difference between a single turbo, a sequential turbo, supercharged car, all engine. I can even tell like how stiff the suspension is on the car when you hit certain bumps. You can hear the bounce back. Cars behind you hauling ass. You've got a big Mustang behind you. You're gonna be able to tell. It just adds to the overall intensity of the game. The night racing is awesome. Tollgate night racing. They did a good job. I mean, coming through the mountains, you can hear how far away your opponent is if he's a few car lengths behind, if he's really far behind, whatever the case is. These muscle races here, when there's a bunch of muscle cars together and they're all packed up, man, it sounds amazing. The gameplay itself, top notch. The engine takes some getting used to, a little arcadish but very technical at the same time. Very much more well executed than Need for Speed Shift, both of them. I really dig how technical this game is. It's a learning curve. It's a learning curve, and it's difficult as hell. The AI does not let up. I could have sworn it was times where I checked the difficulty level, make sure it wasn't on the hardest because it was so tough. But it does provide some really intense racing. As far as the races go, there's a bunch of different classes, man. There's Le Mans, there's Tollgate, there's drifting, there's night Tollgate, there's pro racing, there's open wheel racing. It's only 48 or 45 cars, something like that, but you'd never know because how wellly sparsed out the events are and how well categorized they are. And then there's the career mode where you start out racing for other teams, and then eventually you get your own team, and the more races you do, you get sponsors, and sponsors give you more money based on how well you execute their initiative, meet their goals. It's a very well put together game. My favorite part of it is hands down the replay system. I know it's a little weird, but the graphics coupled with the sound, right, and how technical the game is, some of these tracks are, gives this game a very unique intenseness that I haven't felt anywhere outside of Forza. Sometimes it can be even more intense than Forza, and the replays capture that intensity. It's such a great replay system to watch. Up to this day, we talking Forza, Need for Speed, Gran Turismo even. None of them come close to the replay system that Codemasters put together here. And I find that very interesting. This game's almost 3 years old, and Grid 2 is on the horizon. they're still teasing us with a lot of these half-ass trailers, so we don't know much details on it. But hey, after playing this again, I think I'm anticipating that quite a bit here. $5, you can't lose. If you're a beginner guy trying to take your racing to the next level, this is for you. If not, stay the hell away. It's difficult. But hey, $5. What can you say? It's Ramon. I'm out of here. LifestylesDefined.com, representing everything you could ever love. Fashion, technology, entertainment, auto, gaming, and so much more. This is more than a blog. This is your lifestyle. LifestyleDefined.com.